Welcome back. I know last time was a big fight for you, and it didn't go your way. Kind of a frustrating result. I'm just curious, kind of what you thought about that fight. What lessons you took out of it?
Well, yeah, it was a hard fight to lose. I think it was one of my worst performance ever. So, yeah, it happens. Yeah, it was hard to take, but I just took my time, swallow it, go back to the gym, train harder, and I'm here again.
Nice. And it's been about 9 months, so I'm curious. Did you want that kind of added time off to work on things, or what was the reason for the layoff?
Actually, I had a broken foot just before the fight, and I needed a surgery. So as soon as I got to Guadalajara again, I got that surgery, and it took me 3 months off of any training. I couldn't train anything, and so I took the time to recover and eventually go back to training step by step, recovery, therapy, and then, well, trying to make it to a full camp.
Yeah, I know you never make excuses, but in hindsight, do you feel like maybe you shouldn't have fought that night?
Well, we had to had the job done. We were there. We traveled. We signed a contract. It was a big fight. I didn't want to cancel that fight. I don't want to make excuses. It just everything was the perfect mix for failure that night. I got COVID a few months before the fight, and I struggled with that. So I tested negative until late September, and I was fighting early October. So I wasn't 100%. I needed to say that I was, because, well, I didn't want to say I'm not, but I wasn't. But I have a contract, and I wanted to make it happen, and it was a big fight. I wanted to do it, and I felt that I wanted to be able to overcome all those adversities and make the best out of it. And I tried. I make it. I failed, and I learned. That's it.
Well, you tried. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Obviously, the UFC still believes in you. They gave you another top contender in Yana Kunitskaya. What did you think when this was the matchup they gave to you? Stylistically, it seems like it should be a good fight.
Yeah, it should be a good fight. She's a well-rounded fighter. She can make it a hard fight in the cage, in the clinch, in striking. She's a good striker too. She can make it tough in grappling, wrestling. I think she's very well-rounded, and it's going to be an exciting fight. And I work to be as well-rounded as I can be, and well, yeah, it's a great matchup.
Yeah. Last thing for me, I guess, are you still thinking about like rankings and because we were talking about title shots, right? And I don't know that you'd be right back, but you're still right at the top. So are you thinking about rankings and where this puts me in title shot, or is it better to just let that stuff go and not think about it?
In this camp in particular, I focus to live day by day. I just focus on each day, step by step. I don't want to think even tomorrow. I don't want to think in the fight. Just living a day by day. I know I'm still there. I'm still in the top contenders. I'm still a hungry fighter for the title. I'm still chasing that title, but I know all the work is going to make it happen in its time.
Irene, over here, other side. You had said your last performance was the worst, but you didn't get finished, and you didn't get knocked out, you didn't get submitted. So do you take anything away from that even on your worst day, you can still go those 5 rounds against the elite of the division?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the Mexican spirit. You can't kill us. Yeah, you can. I mean, it was my worst performance, but I was there, and I was trying to win that fight. And like you said, I wasn't knocked out, I wasn't finished. I was there, I was fighting, and well, yeah, that's. I think even in the fights that I have lost, I give a good performance, and I give all that I have, all my heart, all my technique. The last breath, I leave it there. So yeah, I think it's a great accomplishment that I didn't got finished in 5 rounds, even all that happened.
And then I know you wanted the honor of becoming the first UFC Mexican champion, but Brandon Moreno just became the first one when he beat Davidson. So what was your reaction, and what's the reception down in
I
Mexico?
don't mind. He's the first one. I'm glad. So I'm glad. I lost my boys that night, and I was so excited that he made it. And what a way to have made it. He did a great job, a great fight. He looked awesome. He looked spectacular, and we're proud of him.
Irene, to your left. Before Brandon Moreno got his title, though, your teammate Karina Rodriguez got hers in Invictus. So, I mean, how great was that to see?
It's awesome. We're getting some belts in the gym. Diego Lopez has his Luke's belt. Alessandro Costa has a Luke's belt. Karina Invicta belt. So we're getting there. We're getting bigger, and well, I'm proud of my team too.
And you mentioned Diego. When are we going to see him in the UFC? Like, he's
Soon,
a good call,
I think,
right?
Dana. I think he's ready. He's ready. The only thing that was stopping him was the visa issue, because he has his visa from Brazil, but he has now his visa. He's here with me, so he's ready. He's just waiting the call.
Yeah, exactly. And you were very active before this little break that you were on. So is it kind of nice though, just to refresh? And I know the injury was a part of it, but also just a little refresher.
Yeah, it was good. I took the time. I like to be very active. It was a little frustrating at the beginning, because I wasn't able to do even anything. I couldn't even lift a little weight because the doctor said no. But I took a breath, and I said, okay, this is part of the game. This is part of the job. Injuries are part of the job. So I need to recover. I need to be smart in this. And I took advantage of the time. I focus on learning in some other things. I learn a lot of watching and watching the training of my teammates, videos, other parts of MMA, and also I spend more time with my cats. That was a good thing.
You had 7 last time. Have you added more?
6. I have 6.
Okay.
I have 6. Maybe, yeah. There's one that is begging for me to adopt him. Maybe 7. Yeah.
And then just during that time, I know you're a gamer. Any games you've been playing lately?
Oh yeah, I love video games. This is the camp that I have been playing more video games ever. I think that's the key that I'm going to win this fight, because that keeps my brain fresh and decision making fresh, and I think that's I enjoy it. Now right now I'm playing Sniper.
Good luck, Irene.
Thank you.
Irene over here. You say you have 6 cats. Would you say you are a crazy cat lady?
Yeah, definitely crazy, and I love cats, so yeah, I think.
Perfect. Secondly, I was wondering, what did you think of them picking Juliana Peña to take on Amanda Nunes next? I think a lot of people thought it should be Holly or Jermaine, and instead they went with someone lower.
Well, I think Holly and Jermaine are injured, and they already fought Amanda, so she raised her voice and she got it. It's good for her. I mean, she was there. She has been a good contender for a long time, and well, if the UFC gave her her fight, well, that's because they think she deserved it.
How do you think that fight plays out between Juliana and Amanda?
Well, Amanda is really hard to beat. Honestly, she has shown us everybody that she's really tough, but anybody is unbeatable at some point. At some point you have to go down. So maybe Juliana can make it, maybe not. We don't know. It's going to be a hard fight.
Thank you.
Can I ask you what it means to be back here in the back? Can I ask you what it means for you to be on this fight card in Las Vegas, in the fight capital of the world, on a Conor McGregor card, and just kind of explain what that means to you?
I love to fight in Vegas. I love it. It's like home to me. I have fought in here several fights, and always got a good fight fighting here. Last time was a great experience for me. It was a big card too, and got a win. So I'm trying to repeat that experience in here.
And this being the first big main card back after the pandemic in Las Vegas and had at the Apex, but the first, sold out, T-Mobile, all eyes on this thing. What do you think of that?
It's awesome. It's awesome. I love to be in the arena again with all those fans, to be in the full arena. I love the experience. I love the energy of the people. I love the cheering, to see the flags, to see the exciting people. It's just a plus for me because, I don't know, I feel the energy and I love it. And to be part of this huge card with these huge athletes like McGregor, like Poirier, it's great for me. I'm really excited, I'm really motivated, I'm really happy to be here.
Irene, over here on your left. As a dominant champion, it can sometimes be a challenge to find worthy opponents for Amanda Nunes. What unique challenges would you bring to the table in a matchup against her?
What I bring to the table, I think I'm in constant evolution. I think that I always have room to rebuild and to learn and to improve in every area, and I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed of learning everything. I will know as a striker, but I love wrestling, I love jiu-jitsu, and always focusing on improve every area, and not just technically, also mentally, physically, and especially that Mexican spirit. I know it's going to bring some trouble. I'm not an easy fighter to win.
And last one for me, I just want to get your thoughts and prediction for Saturday's main event.
Predictions. This is a hard prediction to make. Well, I think Poirier has all the heart and all the hunger, and McGregor. If we see McGregor again being focused on what he does, maybe he can get the win.
Thanks, Irene.
Thank you. Ready?
Irene, aquí a tu derecha. Bienvenida a Las Vegas.
Gracias.
Aquí estás invicta, ¿te da mejor confianza de regresar o cómo te ayudas para prepararte aquí en Las Vegas? Nunca has perdido.
Estoy muy contenta de pelear en Las Vegas, me encanta pelear en Las Vegas. Siempre me ha ido bien cuando peleo aquí. Me siento muy cómoda, muy feliz de estar aquí y creo que eso me ayuda a tener un mejor desempeño en el octágono.
Siempre te mantienes motivada, das buen desempeño, pero qué extra motivada estás que tenemos a Moreno como campeón, Canelo de Guadalajara campeón, Chito Vera, tantos nombres de peleadores latinos que se van a guerra y nos dan buen show.
Sí, claro, me motiva mucho el sentir que tengo que seguir dando ese ejemplo, esa posición que se le está poniendo a México con lo que hizo ahorita Brandon ganando el cinturón. Creo que siento que ahora sigo yo en demostrar, ¿no? en traer esa bandera mexicana al octágono más importante del mundo, ¿no? Y bueno, me encanta el ser mexicana, soy muy orgullosa de mi gente, de mi bandera, y traer eso a este octágono me llena de orgullo y creo que es parte de nuestro trabajo el llevar a México a un siguiente nivel en este deporte, hacerlo crecer.
De acuerdo, y mi última pregunta, fue una difícil derrota, pero en tus redes sociales nos contaste que aprendiste mucho y te ayudó a mejorarte. ¿Qué le cuentas a la gente que ha sufrido ese tipo de situación y que esperamos ver este sábado de Irene?
Sí, claro, siempre va a haber altas y bajas en la vida, no todo va a ser color de rosa, no todo va a ser bonito, no todo se va a presentar a tu favor. Y este tipo de derrotas, por ejemplo, esta fue creo que la derrota más fuerte que he vivido en este momento. Fue una pelea muy importante, creo que mi pelea más importante, una pelea que ya me iba a llevar por el cinturón, una pelea que todo el mundo estaba viendo, tenía los ojos de muchas personas encima y perdí de una manera muy fea, honestamente, ¿no? Perdí delante de muchas personas, pero y a veces pasarte ese tipo de situaciones es un poquito difícil, pero esto te enseña a poder sobrellevar este tipo de adversidades, ¿no? No solo en un deporte, sino en la vida en general, ¿no? Si se te presentan situaciones así en la vida, en otros temas, vas a saber sobrellevarlos, ¿no? El no quedarte ahí, no quedarte estancado, no quedarte a lo mejor desanimado, simplemente hay que pasártelo, aprender y regresar a trabajar más duro.
Gracias, buena suerte.
Gracias. Thank you, gracias.